The night was March 5th, 2012. Monarch University holding a lab-related party right here, right above these stairs, as you can see. A professor here, Dr. Sloopy Stretch, was not invited to such a party. In fact, he was actually doing something else that night, looking for a missing mole that he realized was not in his cage upon entering his room during the party. He actually walked these halls, these very halls, searching for such a mole when he reached this point right here. And he heard a squeak from around the corner. He realized the squeak had to belong to a mole of his. He ended up taking this corner right here. Squeaking got louder and louder. You could especially hear it out of this side door right there. Remember, the entire time, the party's occurring upstairs. He got to about this point in the hallway right here, made contact with the mole. Inside what room? But the room of Dr. Doodle's daughter. He entered the room at approximately 9:34 p.m. Party had been going on for a couple hours at this point. He made his way to the back corner of Dr. Doodle's Donnelly's lab, finds his mole, picks it up, turns furiously, and there standing in the doorway was Dr. Doodle's Donnelly, hearing someone enter her room as she herself was walking the halls. It's important to note that Dr. Sloopy Stretch was already very, very, very jealous of Dr. Donnelly's ability to attain assets relating to money and her technology used in her lab, something that Dr. Stretch always wanted. We believe, based on our evidence, that the mole was placed down and Dr. Donnelly and Dr. Stretch made their way over to this point in the room where a vicious hand-to-hand combat then occurred, concluding with Dr. Stretch actually knocking out Dr. Doodle's Donnelly with a blunt object we now believe to be that mole. It's important to note that at this point we have all the evidence to lock up Dr. Stretch. He following the actually knocking out, he made his way to Dr. Doodle's Donnelly's secret compartment she used for her stolen pathogens. It was actually incredibly hard for us to piece together why he was looking for such pathogens after receiving his mole. We believe that was his only motive for coming in here. He also, looked at a bloody piece of evidence, the insurance policy that Dr. Doodle's Donnelly signed a few nights prior to the murder, nine of the stolen pathogens. We had struggles matching up the evidence, matching up the motives of why Dr. Sloopy Stretch would commit such a crime as to steal the pathogens and to brutally harm Dr. Doodle's Donnelly. And finally it came to us one day that in fact it wasn't Dr. Sloopy Stretch behind all of this.